your food, your coach, your trainers, then your posing suits. That's the thing that
Oh
really,
yeah. Oh yeah.
uh, I mean, you're pretty much paying a mortgage, rent, a car note.
It's a lot. It's shocking when people ask, you'd itemize it out what you spend in a year. It's shocking, and it's definitely not for everybody. But you already answered the question, and it is because I love it. I love it. I love it, especially when other women will come and approach me at the gym and say, "Oh gosh, oh you look so great. I wish I could do that." And I tell them they can. They don't have to compete. I just remind them, just, be consistent, make better choices, and I see them at the gym. And yeah, you saw the pictures. Yeah, I do also. I have 5 different gyms that I go to here. But one of them close to me is a Planet Fitness. And there's a lot of women there that, will ask for advice. At first they'll say something, complimentary. And then I'll just smile at them, and I'll see them the next day and the next day. And I remind them, look, here you are. They're saying, oh, I could never do that. And I go, well, here you are. You're being consistent. I said, this didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen in a week. So I love that about it. You can be an inspiration to other people, women and men. I talk to everybody, and it's a great community, and it's positivity. And when you have that positive energy, you attract that positive energy back to you. It doesn't cost you anything. It just,
Yeah,
be the light in somebody else's darkness.
yeah, that's good because
I
you know
love
what,
that.
people. It's good that you have that good, positive attitude because it's tough, especially again for women in the sport. When people like say, like I know I have talked to they said, hey, they have comments from people who like say, hey, you trying to be a man or something, yah 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 yah. And you're an athlete and you're in a sport that you
Right.
love and you have passion for. We got here. This is one guy. I'm going to mess with his name. I got LV Gadol. I don't know how I'm saying LV. I'm gonna say your name. This girl is a beautiful diamond. Shout out to you. This is from man KL the Wanderer. He does content also on women's bodybuilding and other stuff. He says, "Good evening, good evening to you, KLA." And also, he says, "I need to endorse a female bodybuilder." Yeah, I think endorsement does have. Do you have any sponsors, or is everything on your shoulders?
Everything is on my shoulders. I don't have any sponsors. It's pretty difficult. The days of sponsorships, I believe, are pretty much long gone. Few and far between. I had somebody had reach out to me. We had a lot of communication for a couple months, saying that they wanted to sponsor me. It was a company, uh, an owner of a company, and unfortunately, they just, for whatever reason, just kind of ghosted me. We were making all these plans, and to be honest, I think this is just my suspicion. Um, this person at one point reached out and said, "Well, would you mind if I asked your age?" And when I told him my age, that's when all the communication stopped, and I went, "Aha!"
But
It's like, wow,
I mean,
wow,
I tell you, I'm done even with ladies, like I said again, in their 50s and 60s, women who don't, if you look at them, you wouldn't believe they are that. There's one lady who I interviewed, and she started competing about the same time you did. She turned pro in around about the 90s, and
hmm,
she can't believe it. She's about 60, and this is her here. Here's this Melody Horton, and
yeah,
Melanie, yeah,
yeah,
you wouldn't think of it.
fabulous,
Yeah,
fabulous.
she
Hmm.
yeah, we still in contact. She posts on social media. She has a killer body,
Yeah,
and I think she's like I said again, she's like yourself. She's a husband, got a couple of kids, and she stepped away from bodybuilding because she wanted to, live her life, and she came back. And that's inspiration. You should inspire anything like this. Someone like of your age coming, taking some time off, raising your kids, coming back, and getting back to bodybuilding should be inspirational for anybody.
right,
Yeah. And I
right.
think any sponsor should be interested in it because you're a very attractive woman. I think you have a
Thank
great
you.
physique. You have a great look. Don't thank me. I'm a Southern gentleman, man. It's my honor, my pleasure to tell a lady that she's attractive. So now thank you. But
I appreciate it.
yeah.
Yes.
but it's a lot to get up, like I said, to be consistent, to get up in the morning, the diet, to do this and that. After the Olympia, what was that thing that you were calling that you wanted, that thing that was so
Hmm.
like my other guy said, that thing that makes you crave. Share
You
with
know,
us.
you know, it's funny, George, because the whole time you're going through prep, from week to week, you're like, oh, you know what? When I step off stage, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have this. And it constantly changes. And then by the time you get your trophy and you walk off stage, you're like, you don't even want anything anymore. You're just it goes away. It's a funny phenomenon. I've talked to other competitors feel the same thing, and yeah, you might go have a steak dinner or something like that, or the go to is pizza usually. Um, I really couldn't nail it onto one thing. It just kind of
Well,
goes away. It's weird. Sorry to
well,
be
like
a burst the bubble. It's like, oh, what's the
I
fabulous thing? No, it.
Nah, nah, you bust about because like I remember I think one lady said one time she did an interview. She said that she didn't crave anything. She just all she wanted was just to go home, rest, drink some water, and that was it. Everybody
Mhm.
has a different feeling when especially when you compete in the show and then you turn pro. And what was your mind when you told you now you are IFBB pro?
Oh, you stand there in disbelief. I'm standing behind the curtain, and I didn't really think there was a chance because of certain circumstances, right? And when you're backstage, you can hear the announcer talking, but a lot of times it's kind of muffled. And let me give a shout out, thank you to the expediters. That's why it looks like we don't know what's going on because you can't really hear. It's muffled. But I heard my name, and the expediter's like, "Come out here, come in." He's pointing to the box, "Come stand in the box." And I'm like, "What? Why?" I had no idea. And oh, here he comes with the pro card. Here you go, hold it up. And you're just like, did this really happen? You're just in a state of shock. Um, but ambulance and joy at the same time. And it's just like, finally, all that work, all those tears, all that sweat, and ah, it's doable. You did
Yeah,
it. You did
it's
it.
like you feel like you're like Rocky Balboa at the end of Rocky. You lost
Yeah.
Rocky. You feel like I did it.
Yeah.
It's just that great feeling. You get
um
all the
yeah,
time.
for example, even more so, the Wings of Strength Valley of the Sun 2022. Well, I took the overall in that, and that is what qualified me to compete in the Olympia, right? And it took 4 days for that to sink in. My husband kept telling me, "Oh, they're paying for your entry fees for the show." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're paying for my entry fee because I took the overall. Yeah, I understand." But like I said, it took 4 days. I have the big cutout, the cardboard. It's like the pro card that says, congratulations, we're paying your entry fees to the Olympia. And it wasn't until I really looked at that in my bedroom one day, I was like, I walked out in the living room. I told my husband, I'm going to the Olympia. And he goes, I know. I've been telling you for 4 days. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I, I, mm, honored. Just, this is the only word I could say. Honored.